Movie Flakes features another surprising redemption arc, where we see two lovely teens begin to question their sexuality after they mistook a wrestling film for a stag film. Check out our review of the Riverdale, episode 16. On Riverdale, this exciting review of another interesting sexual transformation is a small film produced with a lot of sparkle and excitement. Polyamorous miracles had nearly all of the teens falling over themselves. We witnessed this unfold with Archie and Reggie's sexual awakening, as well as Archie's expanded horizon as he actually begins to live. Betty's independence from her mother, as well as seeing through Polly, demonstrate that the world goes far beyond the boundaries of Riverdale, and that freedom is just around the corner for her. Cheryl and Toni are likewise on the verge of reclaiming their narratives because they are tired of hiding their true selves and conforming to the image society expects of them. The beat culture, often known as a counterculture, became one of the most popular free speech movements in American literature, and incorporating that into the 50 seconds versions of the characters could be the key to solving the mystery. I felt like we'd gone through 15 episodes of the final season and accomplished nothing that affected the overall storyline until this episode. But I do believe that helping these characters redefine who they are on their own terms and acknowledge what's important and what matters most to them will help them fight for their reality. The ones who, in the real timeline, endured plenty of character growth that has been erased with this regression to high school. Or, perhaps, it's just wishful thinking on my part because I so desperately want to understand the purpose of this season aside from the creators. Writers wanting to play with the flirty and innocent dynamics of the 50 seconds while dabbling in the complexities of the time period such as bans and censorship. The emphasis has been purely on sex, and it's difficult to see the substance beyond the creators' desire to play with ships and mix and mingle. With only 5 episodes remaining, we must be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, so it would be a tragedy to never return to the characters who genuinely mattered, the ones who, in the real chronology, faced plenty of hardships. Next, the show will dedicate an episode to Josie, who deserves a proper send-off that honors her character. To put it mildly, there have been a lot of relationship shatters this season. Every single person was enamored with the other and involved in some way, shape, or form at some point. The only steady couples on the program, in my opinion, have been Toni and Cheryl and Kevin and Clay, with the former doing the fandoms a huge favor this week with the photo shoot. Also, what did Cheryl mean when she said she was shutting off her parents? Are the creative forces holding out for the final episode to give us the big #Barchi moment? Because if so, what a waste. This episode saw the true love between best friends Archie and Reggie, who were bonded in more ways than one. And Betty and Archie shippers may be jealous that so much of the final season has been focused on the bromance between these two versus establishing an actual endgame for #Barchi, who seemed to go one step forward and several steps back. Who knew Reggie and Archie were even in the race for the endgame? Despite all the vague references about her always being sweet on him and reminders of the PG burlesque show they performed together, they had more intimate moments in just one episode than Betty and Archie had all season. Is the creative team waiting for the last episode? Those who were let down by Veronica and Jughead's brief romance at the start of the season were in for a surprise as they rekindled their flame and locked lips in one sizzling moment. What I admire about this couple is that they didn't obsess over each other, and they weren't even on each other's radar for much of the season. They simply felt a natural connection after discussing business and acted on it like two adults. It felt sincere, but I doubt it will last because I expect Tabitha to return with a proper solution. Even though I'm beginning to piece together the significance of this season, there's still so much that needs and deserves to be addressed. So I'm hoping they finish it up appropriately with the 5 remaining episodes. It's been a confusing season with no clear path forward, but hopefully it will all make sense shortly. What were your thoughts? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. See you next. Stay tuned as we, the team of Movie Flakes, prepare another wonderful and mind-blowing shows and reviews. Thank you all.